About 6 weeks or so ago, we did one of these videos, and I introduced it by saying I was standing here with Napa Valley royalty. It was Dante Mondavi.
Yes, it's true.
This is a whole lot more exciting, Napa Valley royalty, than Dante Mondavi. Because my God, you're the most beautiful woman other than my wife I've seen in a year and a half. Beth Nickel and her husband, who's deceased, founded, and Beth still owns Nickel and Nickel and Farniente and Dolce. So they really are, incredibly significant players in California wine or worldwide. They make extraordinary wines, kind of across the board. Chardonnay, Cabernet, Merlot, Cabernet blends, this Sauterne type wine called Dolce. That's one of the best dessert wines in the world.
Thank you.
So I asked, Beth was next door at the Sunset Grill doing a tasting this afternoon. For a lot of people, I asked her to pick out one wine that she really wanted to share with you today. And she picked this new project they have. It's called En Route Pinot Noir. It's a Russian River Pinot Noir, 2009 vintage. So, Beth, I was hoping you'd tell us a little bit about Nickel and Nickel, a little bit about specifically about the Pinot Noir.
Great. Well, thank you for having me. This is my first time ever in Nashville, and it's a treat to be here, and I appreciate this wonderful Tennessee welcome.
I'm sorry it's such a gray, dismal day today. But you brightened the scene.
Yeah,
you brightened
thank you.
it for us.
But our winemaking history starts back in 1979 when my late husband and I migrated out to California, to Napa Valley from Oklahoma, with a passing interest in the wine business. And we didn't exactly know what form that was going to take. But after a several year search, we found a gorgeous old abandoned stone winery with the name Farniente carved in stone over the front. We acquired that.
Farniente means without a care. It's Italian for without a care.
Yes, that's correct. It's Italian. The whole phrase was Il dolce far niente. It's sweet, doing nothing. So at Farniente we produce a beautiful Chardonnay and Cabernet only. And also at Farniente we produce Dolce, which is the Italian word for sweet, and it's the late harvest wine that Hoyt referred to. And it was during all those years of winemaking and experimentation at Farniente that we discovered how extraordinary it could be to not blend the wine, to leave it as a single vineyard. And so we made a little bit of Merlot back in the mid-90s. And that kind of planted a seed for the next of our projects, which was Nickel and Nickel. And so that project has been up and running for more than a decade. And we produce single vineyard wines there, about 25 different small lots of Cabernet, Chardonnay, Merlot, Syrah, and we produced a little bit of Pinot Noir in the beginning, and we decided that we would dedicate a winemaker and a new label to the production of a very high quality Pinot Noir. So En Route Pinot Noir is what we're tasting today.
Well, let's taste it and see what we think.
Okay. I have to tell you what, my husband was a rocket scientist, and he loved to speak in highly technical terms about all these wines, and I was not a rocket scientist, but he told me, just tell all those people that it's really good shit.
Well,
so anyway,
let me say this. I guess I usually say winemaking isn't rocket science, but in this case, maybe winemaking is rocket science. Here's what I'm going to tell you. This woman, this wine tastes like she looks. It's gorgeous. That's it. It's fabulous. It tastes exactly like really, really superb Russian River Pinot Noir. It's kind of rich and soft and lush and feminine.
And
raspberries, cranberries, pomegranates. Mm-hmm. Little tiny nuance of oak in it, but not overwhelming. Caressing mouthfeel. A little of the Burgundian peacock's tail in the mouth because it's high quality wine, long finish. I would say you couldn't pick a better wine for Thanksgiving.
Yeah, that's true.
I will tell you, I almost always drink Pinot Noir with turkey. I don't really like turkey But I almost always drink Pinot Noir at Thanksgiving. Generally, it's from the other side of the Atlantic, but I'll generally.
Well, now you have a nice California option instead of the French stuff.
Well, if all California Pinot Noirs tasted like this one, I'd drink a lot more California Pinot Noir. Thanks for watching. Cheers.
Cheers.